se tiene que quedar tiempo vivo.
Y no lo
Estuvo,
pushó, si lo pushaba el número 5 se lo liquidó.
bro, estuvo a punto de ser wipeado, chat. Te recuerdo que ese equipo fue ayer, ¿no? Ayer hizo un regain exótico en el grupo A, si no me equivoco, para entrar de top 14 a top 11, bro. En las últimas dos partidas hizo ese regain y tiene, bro, el hielo en las venas.
Oye, los
¿Con la
estuvieron pisando que esto muchísimo tiempo el top 5 y hoy los vemos en el repechaje, ¿eh?
Sí.
Amir que cae manos de Deki, chat.
Bro, quisiera saber qué pistola tiene Conal. La vi como rara.
A ver, déjame ver. No me lo ponen ahora, ¿eh?
No,
Oye,
pero...
ellos batallando un poco en la feed casi.
No los he visto casi en la feed,
Sí, es que o sea, que los hayan sacado de train, güey, no han podido hacer el regain. O sea, pura agua, yo creo.
Sí, los deja el sándwich también, porque te digo, mira, tienes al equipo ahora de Falcons, del lado
Dark
derecho
muerto otra vez.
cruzando el puente, y del lado izquierdo tienes en Train a Vitality, que pues no es un equipo que puedas menospreciar o como dedicarle encima, porque, a ver, los tres son campeones de algo, de solo YOLO.
Cayeron en...
Say what you want about the Falcons in the last couple days. I know yesterday Noobs had a rough go of it. I think only around 6 kills. He's already on 5, okay? So if you're worried about Noobs today, don't care, didn't ask. It's the Falcons. It's still Noobs. It's still one of the most winningest players of all time. So far, so good for the Falcons, who've been playing through the South and are now owned the south side of Main Street, working their way to gazebos.
Out of Group A, surprisingly enough, this GK squad didn't really get talked about too much. They were the 7th place team, 2 spots off of finding themselves into the final day. So they got the Falcons watching them from the gazebos. Gonna have to take their time to really think this one through, but a lot of teams are gonna have to think about their next moves very carefully. And this whole rotation through Barn, you got about 5 teams crossing each other.
Yeah, Eclectic is a fun one to watch. They did fantastic in scrims. Unfortunately, LAN is not scrims. Zanks goes down and Eclectic is out of here. Go down in 15th place. A tough place for them to be because of how aggressive Novo got. And they lost the engagement down with the Falcons. They then left Main Street and get eliminated. Got aggressive, got punished.
And that small glimpse we got of Stallions. They had 10 kills across 2 of them. Jawad had nothing. They get eliminated outside of top 10, so no multiplier, but a lot of KP from their mansion drop.
I'm gonna talk too much about 4Fun on this map. They oftentimes will go up and land at Pond, where they're currently situated. Again, these western zones really change the pace of this map. Changes the pace for guys like 4Fun that land Pond. It changes the pace for guys like Vitality that land at Train. And especially when you win Train. I haven't seen Vitality in the kill for a while. I think they're gonna be in the same spot they usually are. Placement, not a lot of kills. Let's listen to the Falcons, see what they're gonna do as they rotate through.
Ran away, he's running away. Eddie, drop money if you can. Yeah. How much cracked him again? We need to buy a streak for these. No, they're still shooting me from the left bridge. Yeah. Can you buy another PA? I'm gonna buy a PA, I'm gonna buy a PA on the left bridge. Yep, hurry. Eddie, we need to kill the right kid though. I PA the left bridge, he's looking for you, I PA the left bridge. Yeah, I'm one shot. Hold on. Waiting. Hold on, we need him now. Okay. It's only one in here, Ed. It's only one, okay? I shot a kid. Dead. Nice, another one. We need to kill the right kid. Yeah, I got Peter on my body. Yeah, we got a Peter. Yo, kill this. Yeah, look him back. I got the guy. I need help with this. He died behind you, on by. Behind you. Yeah, on our mirror. I see that. I see him. Careful of your right too, on the crown, okay? Like bricks and shit. Alright, this is the only advance we have, okay? Yo, can we try to kill this solo right here? Which one? This guy right here. Top. I can PA. I don't want to. Crack this guy. We kill this guy on his face. Yeah. Yo, look. I'm playing up a little bit. I PA. There's 2 now, Dongy. 2 now. PA. I'm looking for the second kid. Watch out, Dong. Behind us. Yeah. I got knocked on the mirror. The re-wrap. Behind us. Yes, the re-wrap. Crack one of the re-wrap. They have an advance on the re-wrap. They're aping. Up top the bridge. Watch out on the right. He cracked 2. One shot. I got one. Get the phone. I'm back. Okay, he's up. Duck is in hell. You gotta play it like... I'm dead.
The Falcons with a crazy rotation, and unfortunately Godlike just made a better one, came up right behind them and stunned them. So much intel, so much info is changing hands, but unfortunately the Falcons will fall in 11th place overall as they get hunted down in the water by the classic Leviathan, man. I tell you, every time I see these guys in the water, they're getting pistol kills. Ridiculous. Falcons are out of here.
The Sea Serpent taking down the Falcon. And Godlike with A really strong read on that situation. Orchid also out. Heretics also out when we were in that listen in. And Falcons, they tried to get the better of GK, but it bit them in the behind. We're on with Novo, looking for positioning inside the church. They're not in the circle, they're not in the safe zone. The only team that actually is in the safe zone right now is going to be both Vitality as well as KGV. So they're looking to gatekeep teams on the outside.
Still a big fight for the eastern side of the map, though. This new zone could pull anywhere. Most likely it will pull just outside a train station. So Fede and Novo, who have made the craziest rotation, will have to rotate across as well. Leviathan continue to farm kills in the water. They're cleaning up the mess of everybody else. We find ourselves into a top 10 situation, 9, and a lot of changing of blows, and it's actually Believe finding a ton. PBJ getting extremely active in the kill feed. They gotta go through Godlike still.
Leviathan, they've had a great Haven's Hollow this week, and they're in a position to catch both Godlike and PBJ. Believe has to be careful.
Believe with another cleanup. Godlike goes down. Again, they made a great rotation behind the Falcons, and unfortunately, the exact same thing happened to them. Teams get so confident pushing up from the south side of the map, thinking they're clear, but rotations are in. Now, I said they wouldn't have a lot of kills. Foot in my mouth, Vitality on top. They got a banger on their hands, at least 12 between the two that we've seen on screen, and I saw Sage pop up at the kill feed several times as well. This is a great game for them. It's one they should win, or at least be top 5 in. Things going well for the Bumblebees.
Well, this is a big one to pay attention to. Novo actually going to be rotating to the north side. They're getting contested by this solo for fun player sitting outside of Pond. Novo technically don't have to rush. They're on the slow side of the circle, so they can figure out exactly how to overtake for fun in this position and try to work their way in safely.
Looks like Amir's got knocked, but Leviathan still have 2 playing deep in the gas. We're swinging back to Novo, who have made the rotation of death from Research all the way over here to train station. But they still, somehow, some way, have all 3 alive. Getting shot from multiple angles, actually does get cut down. One from distance, Vortex close by. Fede could actually play for this, pending where they're getting shot from the Skullface. Just has high ground, man. They are just farming the rest of this lobby. They have win con. They earned it at the very beginning of this game. Vitality put themselves in this position by just winning their POI. They won their drop. Leviathan gets shoved into the water. Everything going right for Vitality as of current. As we make it to top 5, they get their best multiplier. Now it's just about who wins.
Yeah, this one's going to be between Novo and Vitality. Everybody else is going to have to see how long they can survive. And there goes for fun inside of the pond. And Skullface going to catch Vortex. So this is looking like a Vitality game.
My goodness. The bodies fall and only one remains. Vitality, plenty of kills. Don't have to worry about that one. Fede ends up getting credited the kill as Vitality get credited the win. Win the drop, win the map, up on top.
When you go to the Survivor stage, this is what you've been dealing with all year long. Your first map win on EWC. And that's to kick off your day 3. No better way to be here for Vitality. They got the French crowd behind them. And now they got the wind in their sails.
Like we said before, Vitality, for fun. Some of these rosters that found themselves into a top 5 position on this map, they've done this several times leading up to this competition. I mean, for goodness sakes, Zeesman had to qualify for this competition 4 times between 2 different rosters. Ridiculous what Vitality has been through, and through all those roadblocks, it has certainly prepared them for this moment. Drop a banger map, quick look back on the final win. Things just went their way, got zone pull, got train, won their engagement, and because of that, they just farmed everybody else on the map. The one thing I'll give the credit to here, let's listen in first.
Still there, still there. Nice! Go, boys! Way to fucking go, man! Let's fucking go, baby. Fucking go, boys! Better fucking shit. You guys are the fucking best, man. You guys are...
They are the best, at least as of today. A big map, and the thing I was going to credit them for is old Vitality wouldn't have been so aggressive once they won their POI. Old Vitality would have ended that game with like 12 to 15 kills. I think they had quite a bit more than that.
Yeah, 20.
Si sorpresa que no eSports esté fuera momentáneamente, sorpresa que Falcons haya hecho 10 puntos nada más y se hayan ido wipeados, ¿eh? Falcons que no están jugando su mejor
Increíble,
Warzone, le quedan 9 mapas, estoy de acuerdo. Siempre empiezan lento, yo lo dije ayer. Pero ya los vimos varios días lentos, ya no es algo que sea como una coincidencia, ¿no? Es
18 points, and I think 19 of those points were them just sitting in the water. Holy moly. Havens Hollow, a fun map to watch, and for the players, a frustrating one, especially if you're the Falcons. My goodness, folks. We'll be right back in just a moment for another Havens Hollow map.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
He thinks he can come in here and play my game. He knows nothing. Let's go! Tyler Wine, you're done.
It's time for another CC update as we head into the survival stage here for Call of Duty Warzone. And it's going to be kind of brief because, believe it or not, a lot of our CC heavy hitters are already through to finals. However, notable names that we'll be seeing on the stage in just a few moments are Falcons, Vitality, and GK Esports, all teams that are CC eligible. Vitality specifically already trophy eligible. They will be fighting to stay alive in the competition. And this is a huge surprise for Falcons as they were absolutely one of the favorites heading into this event. So will Falcons be able to recover and make their way through to finals? Will they be able to find the win that has eluded them for 4 straight weeks? Only time will tell.
Woo, baby! Game number 1 here of the survival stage. Absolutely electric. We thought we might come into this and maybe teams will take a little bit to get into the map, kind of shake off the jitters. Not the case here in game 1.
No, absolutely not. We end up with that really hard dragging western pole, essentially circles itself around train. That forces so many teams to change their drop spot and essentially go center circle as possible. Turns into a bloodbath, and so many teams picked up a lot of points or crumbled underneath that pressure.
You said it was a bloodbath. It was looking great for the Falcons. They had 10 kills. They're on this rotation. They're on that south side. But they weren't ready for a team like Godlike to be trying to hold them at that train side. Falcons go out in 11th, not even making it into the multiplier here in game 1. But we know them. We know they have, obviously, the fans on their side here, getting loud, bringing the energy. Game number 2 is going to be a different story for them.
No, for sure. The one thing that is concerning is we so often talk about the Falcon strategy to win. That is march in with the gas and clear all rivals. They miss Godlike in that rotation. That's something we don't see very often, so are they feeling that pressure early? You can hear how loud it is in here. That's all Falcons noise. They're trying desperately to get their boys into the fight.
Tell you who's not feeling the pressure, though. It's Vitality. They came in. We saw them in the breakfast this morning. They were like, no, we're locked in. We're ready to shoot. Helps when you get a POI that's basically in the exact center of the zone, and everybody has to come to you. But, like the Goj was mentioning up there in the cast, sometimes when that happens, they don't get a lot of kills. Not the case this time. They fry out. They're able to hold the line in the sand, and they take that victory.
There's 2 important things for that team. First one is the contest against Leviathan, who land on them. This team have been so inconsistent with contests. The fact that they make it really clean, really quick and simple early on is great for them and for their confidence through this afternoon, because they need points here on Havens Hollows, where they've relied upon, but also that late play. It is disciplined, it is great communication and a system. I don't think all Vitality would have come out with that kind of performance.
But hey man, we got 10 maps to play today. It's a marathon. The last 2 days, you've been playing 6 games only. You've been able to then go back and rest after those 6, but it is a marathon and not a sprint here today. So while Matt...
No creo que se haya acabado el gas. Yo creo que está en una posición un poco, muchísimo más incómoda de lo que suelen estar.
Use that momentum. Continue hot here in Paris. Believe in each other, trust in one another, and communicate your way through the rest of this sprint.
All right, well, guess what? We don't gotta wait anymore. Game number 2, ready to rock. Go, Seymour. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Dandro and Enigma. A great segment, and I'm going to be honest, I heard about 0% of it because the fans are loud, man. Holy cow, the Falcons super fans are going nuts. So I'll be very excited if the Falcons can make it through today to see the Falcons fans versus the Gentlemates fans here in Paris. I don't know who wins that one, at least not right now. But we got to talk about map 2 of Haven's Hollow. I love the breakdown there, and I totally agree. A miss on Godlike's rotation put Falcons into the dirt early, and Vitality really showing up to say that, frankly, hey, we can frag out. Stop saying we're a placement team. We can go get kills. They did just that.
They did that, and that's going to be putting themselves in good pole position for the start of the survival game. Yeah, Falcons, 10 kills, 10 points. They missed the multiplier. That's a really big issue because Haven's Hollow has been strong for this team over the course of the week, and it's always just something that you look at them. If they can go mansion like we saw them versus NIP, that's maybe something that they want to change up early in this day. But other than that, you had teams that we didn't even talk about. H1, 11 kills.
Yeah.
PBJ, 15 kills. That puts them pretty high in the leaderboard as well. And then Leviathan, like I said, second place. They contested Vitality. They got pushed out, still made the most of it.
Yeah, a lot of fun points, but we got to drop straight back into Haven's Hollow. Ladies and gentlemen, Haven's Hollow back on your screen. This will not be the last time you see it today. Again, it's 2-2-2-1-1-1, and then Rebirth to close things out. But we aren't going to go back to the west. We will go to the east. And will that change drop spots? Abso-friggin-lutely. Last time on the eastern side of the map, the only team that landed over here was Novo. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different teams all here on the right side of the map. Keep an eye out for them while Vitality lands at train station alone.
Safe and sound in front of them. Going to be For Fun at the pond. And For Fun actually looks like they're going to be quickly rotating into Mansion. So something for the Heretics to really worry about. We kick off with Lumber. That'll be a ton. Going to be sitting there versus Nemesis. Wiped again.
Still on the map, just barely. Got wiped out of their POI, one floating in the sky. A little false positive there, but still in a blender. Bad news if you pick Nemesis in your predictions.
Where do you go now? You're between Leviathan and Falcons.
You go back to the lobby, I guess. My goodness, Levi can't buy a moment on this map. Lumber in complete control by Leviathan. This is the POI that Leviathan said they were going to go to. Of course, things change when the zone pulls all the way basically to train to kick it off the map. So Leviathan back to the forum, back to where they wanted to be, back to their practice point. They're down on the southeastern side of the map. But up at Mansion, things much busier as well. We've got 3 teams here. You've got STS on screen, still battling against Heretics. Heretics was a pick that Miles picked onto the desk, saying, let's go Aussies, let's go boys, and I really like this squad. They had moments of greatness, and we'll see what they're able to do here as, yes, QZ does go down. Stallions maybe in a bit of a blender and losing this engagement for now. For Fun is also poking and prodding at this fight at Mansion from their pond drop, so you'll see flank actually fall there from Zeppa and could continue to see that engagement for a while.
Still early games, haven't lost a team in the lobby just yet, so good news for everybody. Still lots of game to be played here, and as we look at Gamax inside of the barn, who do they have to deal with? Is going to be H1, who just seemed so resilient back in their first one. Above them is going to be Stallions, who have seemingly been pushed away from Mansion, and that's because that's going to be Orchid sitting there outside of Resurgence and Lumber. Leviathan in trouble now because here comes Novo.
Yeah, Novo's got their anchor up in Coal Depot. Again, these teams post on social sometimes where they're landing. Novo said nobody come to Coal unless you want to con us, and it doesn't look like anybody wanted to play against Novo. So Novo's got their anchor nice and safe in Coal. They'll send their fraggers down and go play for some kills in Lumber. That's going to be against Leviathan and Nemesis. Keep an eye out for them. We swing back to DK. You heard it there from Glitter. This is an important game, Warzone, for DK in the club championships. So they desperately need to make it into the finals, make it to tomorrow. To do that, they need to find a lot of kills. Alaze is going to be a key difference maker for that roster and the fragging capabilities that he has. We'll see what DK decides to do. If they full send this and Deathball is a full team of 3, try to take down KGV.
Yeah, KGV as well. I don't realize that they're actually in a pretty decent position to take this. They continue to get poked out in the staircases. So do you full send it, or do you just wait for them to continue to draw this battle out? Who's got the resources to outlast the other? DK would love to, but they don't necessarily need to make a play. But while they're doing this, everybody else gating KP on Haven's Hollow, so this is a lot of time being wasted.
New look at the zone. It should continue to pull east. This will likely be outside of research, is where we'll end up. It does do just that. Could land essentially on, we call it G2. G2 is a team, but it's also a place on the map, kind of the north side of this new zone. Could end up there, could end up dead center around the train cars, but we will see. All the teams trying to figure that out as well. For now, the 3 teams in research are in a bit of a standoff, not wanting to sell. See Intex is taking some shots over the bow that are nice. This is Godlike's position in servers just outside of research. Been playing here for a little while, not getting a ton of value. Finally finding maybe a little bit of, oh, look, a blender? Hello? Trick was shooting him in the back the whole time. Somehow Orchid just get tossed into the ninja bullet and sent out the other side. Orchid's still on the map, but Master Prime K is hanging out up here waiting for his teammates to respawn. My goodness.
Talking about doing kick flips.
Dude, I got thrown upside down.
That was a literal trick with no empathy. So we got the Riverboat to pay attention to. Eclectic now on top of the Falcons, who have a little bit of a split situation between the Riverboat and the edge of Main Street. Still outside the circle, still lots of bodies to deal with. And in front of them will actually be Geeky, still holding off KGV.
I thought they were just going to double chow. They don't know where Ahsoka is. He's been hiding. Peekaboo! See you! Oh, almost could have gotten one. Cracked one. They could double chow this together.
Yeah, if you got that knock, they'd know he's an anchor.
Ahsoka's alone, but now his teammate's flying back in just outside of boat. Could come chow. This is a 3v3 fight. It's important to pay attention to. PBJ not full wipe. They still have a player in the lobby. False positive there. Let's listen in quickly with Vitality, who may be causing a bit of pressure.
Time I'm plating. Waiting. Challenge you. Cracked one on the inner. Glue. Challenge you, one shot dead. Run out. One guy just hit him. One guy just hit him. Going back to skull. He's first skull. Go down. On the bar. Back skull. On your kitchen skull. I'm with you. Nice, good shit. I'm a cluster Browns. We put pressure on this skull. Smith, stay back and watch our back left. Up top B2. Yeah, I hear you. Stay our back left, Smith. I hear you. I'm picking up on top B3. One guy's bottom 4. I hear you. B2. Almost cracked. What's so high? Top B2. Crack. I dropped him. Backing up. B3. He's going inside. He's second floor. Stairs. I'm waiting for you. I'm here. He's in here. Still here. Challenge me. First floor. Going up second. Not first. Second. He's second floor. I'm with you. I'm trading now. Jump down. Nice. Good shit. Look at the sky in our back left. Let's focus on our back left. Outside mansion. Yep. I'm looking at mansion. Top mansion. Top mansion. I'm picking up my ammo. Teammates are sawmill. Okay, he's in the sky. Yeah, we're floating in the sky.
Comms near impeccable. An interesting, decent fight. Weren't able to clutch it up and wipe that team, but I hear Sage getting active in the comms, and they were incredibly clean. They're not taking any risk. This is a well-oiled machine. This is a different Vitality that we've seen in the past. In the meantime, though, we saw H1 get eliminated first, and it sounds like Mr. Shit's hot takes are working out today. My goodness, Nemesis in a blender. They go down for a second time early in this game as team in 15.
So 14 out of the 16 teams left. Fire sale active. This might be a good moment if you're on the edge of the circle to take some risks and look for some positioning inside of the new circle that is surrounding Coal Depot, the inner bridges, as well as majority of the river that splits Haven Hollow in half. So good opportunity now if you want to take that space, have a chance to buy back your teams at low cost.
Falcons, Ahsoka has nearly 1,500 damage, no kills yet, just anchoring out for the team. Noobs already up to another 5. In 2 games, he's got 9 kills. 50% more than the entire day yesterday. Things going well, kind of, for the Falcons if they can get some decent placements. As they start working their way up through Main Street, though, could be a bit difficult. Here's Leviathan on main. They're actually the top team in this lobby thus far. Haven's Hollow is their map. Criminal got on 5, Amir on 4. These guys are cooking, and they've been doing it down in Lumber, battling their way through that POI, battling against Novo, who have been poking and prodding from Cole. Finding quite a bit of some action early. Swing over to For Fun, though. No, PBJ actually here on main, fighting for fun and hunting down the remnants of Godlike.
Big fights going on For fun, PBJ trying to find some sort of consistency inside of Research. Intensity caught there. Godlike on the regain, and that is not a good look for Godlike, who took out Falcons in the game previous, but For Fun are on a mission, and PBJ are on their heels.
This kid's good, man. Praise is shooting right now, and unfortunately, Novo is here to join the party and shut it down. See you later. Cue the music. Down go For Fun. They are full wiped. No fun for you because Novo is here for free. Cole is open, so their fraggers are finding some action, and Godlike still answering back. Believe getting cut down by Trick.
Air takes on the north side. Orchid just on the outside versus the Stallions. Godlike have recovered inside Research, and they're going to be underneath PB&J, the last one left alive inside of Research. Big rotation in. Coal Depot is where we're looking. Novo are going to have their positioning on the inside. They're getting pushed by KGV, and they just take them down. KGV now eliminated. We got 11 teams left. You lose out on the next fight. You're going to miss out on the multiplier.
Still 11 teams. And Skullface gets cut up in transition, actually, from the Falcons. This is a pretty big fight here as Kruger goes down as well. There's our top 10. Yes, we found our way to the multiplier. Good job from Vitality.
Falcons are pushing them.
Yeah, they're coming in from the backside. Good job from Vitality for reading this near flawlessly. Down goes Dongi, down goes noobs. Ahsoka lasts alive with a stim in hand, deep in gas. There's just no way that he gets through this, right? It is Ahsoka. He has made miracles happen on main. He at least cleans up Skull and gets the multi top 10 this time, which is nice, but they don't have nearly as